In this video, we're going to look at accountability. How your OpenClaw bot can keep you accountable and help you to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. So let me bring up Brian and show you how I am doing this, and then give you a few options on how you could do this slightly differently if you wanted to. So I'm having a look here. My accountability from Brian starts at 8 PM in the evening. So this is when I have my 8 PM update from him, the evening check-in. And as part of that, he will always say to me, what's your one thing for tomorrow? Business growth only, not client work. Because what I have said to Brian is that I want to every day do something that is moving my business forward. So that's not doing admin work, it's not doing my accounts, it's not doing work for clients. All those things need doing, but I can find that sometimes days can be taken over by that kind of work, and actually I don't see my business moving forward at all. So my one thing is always something that will actually move my business forward. So it could be looking to get new clients, working on ways to get new clients. It could be looking at ways to make me more profitable, creating a new product. At the moment it is creating this course that you're watching now. So it's always one thing that's going to move me forward. Now the reason it is one thing, I am a fan of the book called The One Thing by Gary Keller, and the main phrase of that whole book is, what's the one thing you can do such that by doing it everything else will be easier or unnecessary. So what I'm looking for with Brian is that one thing that I can do each day that will make my business better and make everything else easier or unnecessary. So this is how I do this. Obviously you could run this however you want to. I've decided to have the 8 PM question as to what my one thing will be tomorrow, and I'll show you what then comes after that. But so this is the 8 PM. So Brian is asking me, what is my one thing for tomorrow? He knows the things we've been talking about recently, and so he'll say, here are some common picks. So he's giving me some options of what I may choose. So complete a demo, deploy this calculator, create a landing page, or something entirely different. Lock it in now so tomorrow starts with clarity, not confusion. So I then tell Brian what my one thing is, and that's what I did there. Then the second part of this comes at my 8 AM briefing in the morning. So Brian now knows what my one thing is for this day. So in my morning briefing, as part of it, I will get this. Good morning, Chris. I'll get my motivational quote there. Your one thing today is complete the OpenClaw course demo video. This is your priority. Get this done first, then everything else becomes easier. And then it gives me the other pending tasks and things that I want to do as well. So I always, when I see my morning briefing, am reminded what my one thing is for that day. That's focusing me on what I need to do. I then obviously get started on that. The next thing I have from Brian is at 11 AM. So here we are at 11 AM. I then get my first nudge and my first follow-up from Brian. So he says, hey Chris, 11 AM check-in, your one thing today, again reminds me what it is, complete the OpenClaw course demo video. Have you started it yet? Reply honestly, yes, no, or when are you starting? Remember, do the hard things first while you're fresh, everything else gets easier after that. So I then reply to him and say, on this instance, well, the good news is I've this morning completed 2 videos. So that is the one long video yesterday and 2 today, etc., etc. So I'm telling him that that has basically been completed. He, on the back of that, will say, excellent news, Chris, one thing completed. So that is a big tick for everything today. So the good thing is, firstly, he's following up. He's nudging me to say, have you done this? Also, when I have done it, I'm then being congratulated by him. So it's actually very good as a motivational tool. I know I want to get to 11 o'clock and I want to have done that one thing, because I don't want to be told off by Brian. I want to be congratulated by him. And he's always reminding me of what those things are that I need to go and do. So that is the 11 o'clock nudge. Now, I could at this point, depending on what I'm doing, sometimes it will be something that couldn't be completed by 11 o'clock. So I might be saying, yes, I'm in progress, because as you saw in his questions, it's like, have you started? So it could be, yes, I've started, still working on it. And that happens quite a lot. So the next thing I get from Brian is at 3 p.m. And here we are. Now, this time, as you know, I've already completed this one. So my 3 p.m. check-in says, you already crushed this earlier. Your one thing was this. You've completed it. You did one video yesterday. You've done 2 today. Again, it's backing up a bit more motivation there. But of course, if I hadn't have done it by this time, it would be saying, what's happening? Why haven't you done this? And asking me for reasons, nudging me to go ahead and still finish it before the end of the day. And then the final part of my one thing motivation accountability for the day comes at the evening briefing at 8 p.m. So he will then again congratulate me if I have actually done the one thing, or he'll give me some other sterner words if I haven't completed it. But he says, what you crushed today, OpenClaw course demo video complete. So it goes through that. And then, of course, when he gives me the evening briefing as part of that, there will also be evening question. What's your one thing for tomorrow? So we then start the next thing again for the next day. So for me, this method of accountability works great. It means I'm putting in there what I really want to do. It's then reminding me of those things during the day. And because I'm being asked by somebody, yes, it's a bot, but I'm being asked, I want to actually say, yes, I've done that. And so it is pushing me to make sure I achieve what I want to achieve each day. Now, of course, you could set this up differently. It doesn't have to be based on the one thing. It doesn't have to be these 4 nudges per day. It could just be 1 a day if you wanted it to. It could be weekly goals that you want to have, and you'll have your bot showing those ticked off throughout the week as you do them. Or you could have daily goals, and again, you tell it when you do each one of those throughout the day, and it ticks them off for you and shows what progress you're making. All in all, though, I think this is a great thing to do with your bot. Once you have this set up, your bot then keeps you on target for what you want to achieve. It nudges you to achieve more, and it makes sure you focus on the right things to do each day to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve.